shake your hand to.
Thanks, Cassie. Thanks, Cassie, and well, welcome also on my behalf, everybody, to this year's Qt World Summit. I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes talking a little bit about Qt today and tomorrow. What are we doing? Where are we going? What are the building blocks? And how do we see things moving into the future? But before I do that, let's go back and into the history for a minute. This year is actually the 20th anniversary of Qt. On May 20th, 1995, Trolltech made its first ever public release of Qt for X11 Linux at that point in time. And I have to say we have come a very long way, and I'm really proud of what we have achieved in all these years with Qt. It has been evolving, and we have a great community that has formed around it. We have, as Cassie mentioned earlier this morning, an amazing amount of people using Qt, 50,000 downloads a week of the product, 500,000 unique visitors per month on the web page, and in a community that we estimate to be over 800,000 people big. So, as said, we have come a long way in these 20 years, and I think that's really worth a little hands. But let's not, spend too much time on the past, but rather think a little bit about, what we want to do in the future. What about Qt in the next year, the next 5 to 20 years? And to get started with that, I think we need to ask ourselves a little bit, go back and ask a bit the fundamental questions. Why do we exist with Qt? What's the purpose of Qt as a toolkit? Simply put, I think our purpose is to allow companies to create the technology of tomorrow. For the past 20 years, we have been a leading framework for application development, UI creation. And companies have been successfully using Qt to create solutions and user experience, targeted at their customers to make sure that they could deliver something new and innovative to their customers. And, with the history, the advent of smartphones, touch-based user interface, things are changing in a more rapid pace. Things are getting connected all over the place. And the world, that we live in, the IT world, is changing faster than ever. And our goal with Qt is to keep up with that pace and to really be an enabler to all of you, to allow you to innovate on top of our technology and make future technology a reality. Okay, so that's the big picture. But we probably need to take a step back and then look a little bit more into the details. How do we want to achieve that? And I think there are multiple pieces that we want to have in place to achieve this. And let's have a look at some of those. We need a versatile product offering to really make our Qt story a reality. And that means that the toolkit, the framework, the tooling around it, the product has to cater to a wide audience across many different industries and many different targets. We've seen some, very interesting examples in the keynotes today. We've seen smart TVs. We've seen the audio wall, which is, something I would have never thought about before, but Qt plays a vital role in there. And we're seeing that software is becoming more and more important in many, many different industries. And I know that all of you are coming from a wide variety of industries. So we want to provide a solution that caters to all of the different use cases, whether it's creating traditional desktop applications. This is where we come from our history. Whether it's people are more going into mobile, tablets, or into the embedded space. And we want to take all these use cases and try to distill what's common out of that into them and create a good and valid, viable horizontal offering out of that. And the thing I've been saying in the past, and that's still very true, is what's important about Qt is that we make the 90% use case, that's the thing that every one of you wants to do, as easy as possible, make it trivial to code, and still make the remaining 10% possible for you to implement on your own. Another big cornerstone for us is our independence. You know, we're an independent company. Qt is independent of many of the big technology players, and it's also, you know, available as open source. We have a tight relationship to the open source world. And what we want to do is provide you with a technology that gives you as a developer and as a company the freedom to bring your visions into life. And we don't want to lock you into certain platforms, into other things. We want to make it sure that you can go beyond that. You can be on all the platforms you want to be on. And a big part of that is also that, you know, we, you know, work in the open. We develop Qt as an open source project. And we want to, you know, help the Qt company, as a Qt company, and personally also as the chief maintainer of the Qt project. We want to help, you know, guide that path and make sure that we move into the directions that helps all of you in the future. And I think this is also a time now to give a big thanks to everybody who has, you know, developed and helped develop Qt, who has contributed to Qt over the last couple of years. There's a tremendous amount of people there, a good amount of companies. You know, biggest contributor that we have from a company point of view is our partner KDAP. The biggest, you know, community contributors are all the people from the KDE project. We have many others that really participate and help us and bring Qt forward. So even though the Qt company does a lot of the work, the grunt work to do the testing, releasing, you know, Qt wouldn't be where it is today without all this, the help from the community. So thanks to all of those. So, and we want to continue on that path. Being open is, you know, a prime thing that's really, really important to Qt, to us, to the future of Qt. And it's not always an easy path. It's sometimes difficult, you know, there are mistakes being made, but it is a really important part of our strategy and how we want to move forward with Qt. We also want to be pioneering on new things that are happening. The world is changing. We're seeing new stuff being taken into use, and we want to make sure that we keep up with that. Give our developers, our users, the possibility to use all the latest technical solutions as quickly as possible, integrate them in, try to, you know, use what's there, and whether that's web technologies like we've done now with the Qt Web Engine, whether it's, you know, making sure that we support all the latest operating system releases, like Windows 10 coming out now, or whether it's innovations that are happening now with 3D graphics. We want to make sure that Qt is not limiting you in what you want to do and what you want to create, but we want to make sure that we, with Qt, enable you to achieve what you want and make it possible to integrate whatever other things you also need into your product. And finally, also, you know, we are not new in this area. We've been there for 20 years. We've been doing a lot of work there. So we want to be helping and also, you know, involving ourselves more now into defining how the future is being built. You know, we want to provide, you know, some guidance, you know, think about what's coming in the future and help our partners, our users with their technology strategy and how to use Qt. With that, let's get a little bit more into practical things and look at the main use cases for Qt. And they can actually be split into two main areas these days. It's Qt application development, where people are building, you know, cross-platform, often also single-platform applications on the desktop operating systems, on mobile, or on embedded. And then we have seen, you know, more and more over the last years a second use case where people are using Qt to create a full device. And often with that comes more than just the device. You know, you need to create the device, you need to put an operating system underneath, you bring it all together. But then, you know, since the device is connected, you have other challenges as well. You might want to have an ecosystem around that device. We've seen a couple of companies doing that. Yolla, for example, is one of those, where people want to create an ecosystem around it and want to create SDKs that they then ship out to their users. so that people can extend the device with their own piece of functionality. But let's start a little bit and look into the application development side first. What's important here? Qt has been around on the application development side for a long time. And our main focus here is also to continue to provide a solid foundation for that, a solid solution for desktop and mobile development. So really the key points here are a polished quality, reliability, and making sure that we have a good, solid cross-platform offering, that we have feature parity between the different platforms. And this is something we have been focusing on for quite a while, and now with QtWS15, which is coming now slowly to the beta release, we will also provide further quality improvements on that side. Bug fixes, enhancements, improved performance. But also, make sure that we comply and support new operating system releases. So the current focus for Qt 5.6 has been high DPI support, making sure that we run on very high resolution displays. You can do that very easily, cross-platform. We only had that on the Mac before. Compatibility with Windows 10 and with the latest Mac OS releases. And you can hear a lot of these more details about these things in the next 2 days in other talks. But let me talk a second about Windows 10. Windows 10 as an operating system actually tries to bridge the gap between desktop tablets and mobile devices. It's trying to blur the lines here between these different platforms. And in a way, this is something that we with Qt have been doing for many years. We have been providing a cross-platform API between desktop, tablets, embedded mobile. But for Windows, this also comes at a price because it means that Microsoft is using a new API with WinRT. Fortunately, for those of you, for all of you using Qt, it's going to be trivial because we will fully support Windows 10 now with the upcoming Qt 5.6 release. And it is trivial to migrate from the Windows 32 environment to the WinRT world for all the Qt code that you have, because it's just a simple recompile. And so, Win32, the old API, and Windows Runtime, both of them are fully supported with Qt now on Windows 10. A word about mobile development. For many years now, we have been having a strong focus on mobile, and for very good reasons. Mobile has become the new desktop. People are using their mobile devices everywhere and on a daily basis. So it was imperative, it was extremely important for us to be there and support the mobile devices. And it has been part of our strategy to cater to the needs of people that need to deploy their applications to multiple screens. Many applications, they have a desktop component, they have a tablet or mobile component, as we've just seen in the previous keynote, for example. So we want to make sure that with Qt, you can reach all the screens of your end users. Whatever the people are using today, but also the devices they might be using tomorrow. And the well-working mobile ports are an extremely important part of that strategy. With 5.6, we have done further work to improve them. They're in a very good shape now. And we are working on, ironing out, more and more of the smaller issues that we have been seeing. Another thing where mobile has been really important to us is that it has changed the way people perceive computers. People do not think about computers as, a desktop PC or a laptop anymore. It's your mobile phone, right? It's your tablet. And the way how you interact with them has changed dramatically over the years. And fortunately, due to our focus on the mobile area, we have been following up on this. And we have developed with Qt Quick a fantastic technology to create compelling user experiences on these smaller devices. And that now helps us transfer that into the embedded space, where more and more people want to create embedded devices with a similar user experience as they are seeing on their mobile phones. And we can do that with Qt in a very easy way. So this brings me now to Qt for device creation. The second part, how do we create devices using Qt? And over the years, we had a first version that targeted embedded devices, I think in 1999, of Qt 2 at that time. And over the years, Qt has been very well adopted on the embedded side. We are seeing it being used in dozens of different industries. It's powering millions of devices out there, and some of them you might be using on a day-to-day basis. And it goes all the way from consumer electronics, like we've seen the TVs, to cars, medical devices, surgical robots, for example, and industry automation factory lines. It's all over in there. And this is possible because Qt provides a strong and great horizontal baseline as a technology. It's very easy to integrate it in all kinds of platforms, operating systems, and use it there, and create these, touch-based user interfaces on them. As you've heard a little bit this morning already, with Petri talking about Qt for automotive, we're now also, in addition to having that horizontal baseline, looking into certain industry verticals. One focus area for us this year is automotive, and it will be also for the years to come. But we will also be looking into other industries. We're seeing a strong demand for Qt, for example, in industry automation. And we want to take now our time to understand these industry requirements, and then use that experience to expand our horizontal offering to cater to these industries. So start with industry-specific parts, and then see how can we actually broaden that up and turn that into something that's adds value to the horizontal product. As an example now in Qt 5.6, where we are introducing a new API called Qt Serial Bus. APIs that's supposed to help with certain industry vertical buses, and as a first implementation, we will be providing support for the automotive CAN bus, and then we'll see where we go with that and extend that in the future. There's another part to device creation, and that's the platform. We're seeing more and more demand from people wanting to use not Qt as just a framework, but also as a platform. We want to extend that and provide a more complete offering that gets you going. How can we make this, the overall development workflow easier there? Because pulling together, not a whole platform, the software stack for an embedded device, including, the operating system, the kernel, everything else that you need, the frameworks and the application on top, is a lot of work. And it still is a lot harder than creating just a desktop application. So we will, continue to looking into how can we help facilitate that process? How can we make this easier, provide more solutions there? And we're currently, for example, working with the Yocto project to provide, a full stack that integrate Qt very nicely into it, so that you can very easily create your own tailored to your need Linux distribution, including Qt. Another item that we have now added in Qt 5.6 is, for example, the Qt Compositor API that makes it possible to use Qt, Wayland as the UI layer or the framework where you can have multiple processes running. And the Compositor API makes it very easy for you to create a compositor similar to what you have seen in the LG talk, and tailor to your own needs with your own look and feel. You can run your own applications in there and have a multi-process environment going very well. And since we want to facilitate and make sure that we cover a lot more of the development life cycle, a big part of what we're seeing that we need is also an over-the-air solution. Devices are getting connected With that come also risks, security risks. You need to be able to provide new user experiences to your end users. So you want to be able to update your software stack over the air. And we want to provide a solution for that as well in the future, so that you can keep your device up to date. And as the next thing, what we're seeing is also that, Qt traditionally comes from a desktop, from a high end. And then, we've been covering mobile devices now. We have embedded hardware. But we're seeing that, there's also a lot of new devices now coming up with the Internet of Things, where people are using very small, low-end devices, sensors, and other things. And we want to make sure that we can integrate with these in a very nice way, that we support the communication mechanisms that are needed, so that you can build distributed systems, with IoT sensors and other things, and connect to the users. In addition, we will also be doing a research now in the year to come on how we can also make Qt more suitable for very low-end devices. What can we do to make Qt fit into lower memory footprints, lower-end devices, and have maybe an optimized version of Qt for that purpose in the future? So this is a project, we're currently mainly doing research on, and we would like to invite you all to discuss with us about what you need in this area, what your plans are, and give us some feedback and input so that we can create the best possible solution for that in the future. Another area that's very important to us is the tooling. We want to, provide a seamless development workflow through great tooling. I mean, Qt Creator as an IDE has been becoming, more and more better and better, and we're seeing a lot of buy-in from people. Not only people just using Qt, but also, people doing vanilla C++ development and starting to use Qt Creator as their default IDE, because it's probably one of the best IDEs and certainly the best cross-platform IDE that exists out there for C++ development. We want to make sure that, working with devices becomes easier, whether that's tablets, mobile devices, or whether it's embedded devices, and make sure that Creator caters to that need and makes embedded development or mobile development, debugging on the device, profiling, all these things as easy as working on the desktop. And we want to make sure that we have a full tool chain to make sure that you can do all of that. Make this as easy as we possibly can. This is going to be a strong focus for us for the next years to come. Another area is, how do we integrate user interface designers, UX designers better into the workflow? We've done some work there this year already, and it's important because we want to rapidly integrate our UX design, make this fast. So we've done a lot of work to improve the Qt Quick Designer and separate the UI presentation from the logic so that, we can work with that in a good way. And finally, also there on the designer side, we're doing research on how can we integrate external tools that UX designers are using, make sure that they are more easily integrated into the workflow here. We have always been a pioneer and trying to figure out how to best create user experiences. This is going to be a focus for us moving forwards as well. I mean, from the old times where we had Qt widgets, cross-platform there over Qt Quick. And now that we're seeing today, there's a lot of focus on, what do we do with 3D? We have possibilities there. And we want to, enable you to go and pioneer these paths and do that together with Qt. Qt has already provided for a long time lots of ways to integrate with 3D graphics and with OpenGL. And we made that a lot easier with the last releases. But now we also have done some work together also, where we have now added as technology previews Qt Canvas 3D and Qt 3D mainly being developed by our partner KDAB, and integrated that into the product as Canvas 3D fully supported Qt 3D as a second technology preview now with Qt 5.6. really make it easy to integrate 3D content into your application, make 3D applications. And you're seeing an example here now where we've done something and tried out a little bit, what can we do with 3D, and revamped one of our demos that we had for a couple of years there. As you see, it's also very easy to integrate multimedia content into the whole story. Finally, when it comes to user experiences, UI technologies, web technologies are a very important part and play a very important part in all sorts of industries. Integrating with that and having a good integration is really important. And for that, we have now the Qt Web Engine, which we fully support as the cross-platform browser engine. It's based on Chromium, as you might know. And we've done a lot of work now also there with Qt 5.6 already to follow what's happening in the Chromium project, bring it up to the latest version, and have a good hybrid approach there where you can have mix C++ integrate web integrated with Qt Quick and have a nice way to bring these pieces all together. As a side note, the old Qt WebKit module is something that we have been deprecating and that we will now remove with Qt 5.6. And we will focus our future development on Qt Web Engine and Qt Web View. Qt Web View is our cross-platform API for using the native browser engine existing on the operating system with Qt. And that's also now fully supported with Qt 5.6. So let's have a quick look at Qt 5.6. What are the main new features there? Full Windows 10 support. Visual Studio 2015 support, that's important for many of you who are working on the Windows platform. We've brought it up to the latest OS 10 Mac OS release, El Capitan. We have now cross-platform high DPI support, really important because we're seeing more and more high-resolution screens come up. We've done a lot of work on 3D and the web with updated technology previews of Qt 3D, Qt Canvas 3D, and an updated Qt Web Engine. We've added Qt Location, fully supported now in Qt 5.6. So we have the full location-based services, mapping, and all of these things. And then we have a lot of new technology previews that you can see up here. Serial bus, we have a new Qt Speech module that I haven't been talking about, the Wayland compositor, and we're actually also having new Qt Quick controls for embedded. Also, that is something I'm not going to have a lot of time to talk about it. You can go to the individual talks to hear more about all of these things. One more big item and feature for Qt 5.6 is that we're introducing a long-term support for it now. Qt 5.6, and I'm really happy to announce that, is going to be supported for 3 years as the first release of the Qt 5 series. And I hope this will be a good news for all of you who wanted to have a stable basis, something they can work with for longer times. And we will release patch-level releases for Qt 5.6 throughout these 3 years, even though we will also focus on new Qt versions in parallel. Our previous long-term support release has been actually Qt 4.8. And just a short reminder here is that the support for that is going to end in December. And now is probably a good time for all of you to migrate to Qt 5 if you haven't done so yet. But let's also have a quick outlook onto what's coming afterwards. Qt 5.7 is already starting to shape up a little bit, and we're going to have a feature freeze around December with that. So we have some understanding of what's going to happen in there. With Qt 5.6 being a long-term supported release, we have a little bit more freedom there actually in terms of what kind of compilers we support. And we made a choice there and said, that 5.6 will actually be the last release that supports a C++ 98 compliant compiler. For 5.7, we will require at least a good subset of C++ 11. The baseline will be Visual Studio 2012. And this gives us more flexibility in introducing on some more modern C++ concepts, supporting C++ and some of the modern C++ standards in there. We're also aiming at supporting Qt 3D full out with a finally supported version, serial bus and speech the same, also the Wayland compositor. And then we're doing a lot of work on the Qt Quick Control story. We're now, as I said, we have a new set of controls focused on embedded, with a reduced memory consumption, better performance. And we'll now see how that work that we have been doing there for embedded maybe also flows back into the desktop controls. We don't know yet quite what's going to happen there, but there's certainly something going to be happening on that. And then finally, we'll also be working on our state machine framework. We had that for a while. Bring it up to be compliant with the SCXML standard and add tooling around that. So that's also going to be a focus for 5.7. Okay, and finally, let's have a little bit longer look into the future. I think I've already touched on quite a few of our roadmap and strategy items, but let's summarize that a little bit from a technical perspective. The evolution of C++ is clearly very important for us, and we want Qt to be the de facto framework and toolkit for C++ development now and in the future. And we want it to evolve together with the C++ standards. So we will be doing work there, pick up C++ 14 and then 17 as we move forward. We're also looking into expanding Qt into the more lower level embedded devices, small devices with a very low footprint, and see how we can make Qt more configurable, better suited for being used on these kind of low-end devices. Then I believe that a lot of the new API development that will happen will actually come from industry-specific needs. Certain verticals that have a need, like we're seeing now, some parts coming from the automotive, like speech. But we will put a lot of work into making sure that what we have there and what comes out of these verticals is being then brought back into the horizontal offering, and that we will horizontalize that and make it sure that it's actually useful and helpful for all of you, whether you work in that specific vertical or somewhere else. Then a big focus area for us will be, of course, graphics and 3D. We'll do work on seeing what's happening, with the new standards that's coming up, what's happening with Volcon, what is Apple doing with Metal and other related new developments there, and how can we, integrate and enable that with Qt? How do we want to integrate that? So that'll be a big focus area for us of that as well. So, to summarize, we have had 20 years now where we have grown to become the leading cross-platform framework, and we're now looking at the next 20 years and to make sure that we enable all the coming innovations that will become reality in the next 20 years, and be there with Qt, make sure we have all of these things in place, we follow, and we lead the technology development in these areas. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for listening in. Thanks for coming to the World Summit, and I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the time here at the summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Lars.